another one for you. We're on our way into town to get what we need to finish the whatever it is, temporary walkway. So we'll get the stuff we need to finish that up, and the stuff that we need to finish to do this project, basically. We had to reschedule it for Saturday and Sunday instead of Friday and Saturday because of the rain. It's supposed to rain in the morning Friday, and it's supposed to stop mid-afternoon, but I want a full 2 days. I want a full 2 10-hour days on this project. I think in 20-something hours we can get this thing done. It's a pretty straightforward project, but there's no dilly-dallying, no screwing around on this. I want to be in and out. My margins aren't massive, but we're not like in the red at all, so it's just get it done, get things back on schedule. So that's kind of my hopes. I'm looking for another laborer. Yeah, I'm looking for another laborer because Alex has got stuff going on the weekend, and my brother, our welder, our other welder, my brother, he has stuff going on the weekend, so I'm kind of fucked right now. We don't usually do a whole lot of work on the weekend where I need helpers. Usually it's just me on the weekends and I can manage just fine, but this job's a little different. And here's the thing, the reason that we're doing it on the weekend is because that's the only break in the forecast that we have until a couple weeks from now. It's going to be like this, you know, it's going to be like freaking Oregon out here for the next couple weeks. That's just how it is when it transitions from winter and the spring, you know. That's just the way she goes. But I don't know. We'll see. That's my plan, is to do it. I really don't. The thing is, though, I can't really just bring somebody in for 2 days. It's really hard for me to bring somebody in for 2 days that has no experience with our company, no experience in like metal construction, metal fab, no experience with, you know, working around sparks and grinders and welders, as far as like, you know, what's a fire hazard, identifying hazards and stuff like that. Plus we're going to be working over water, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I got to figure out something, and I got to figure it out before Friday. So I don't know, but I got to go to the bank today, drop off some checks after I'm done at Menards, and then I got to go to another location and pick up some scrap. I don't have the trailer with me today because we got our materials, our columns loaded up on it yesterday, and I really didn't feel like hooking up a trailer. It's a swamp out there. It's raining pretty bad out here. It's like a swamp, so no trailer today. I wouldn't mind a service call if we got one today, but I don't know. We'll see what the day brings. I'll see you guys at Menards. All right, guys, we're at the getting spot. Let me just take a minute and go through my list, make sure that I know exactly what I'm grabbing. Holy smokes, boys. You'll never believe this, but you know how I was talking earlier in the video about needing a laborer or a welder to help me out this weekend? And I don't know how he does it, but my prayers have been answered. I just got a phone call from a guy that actually does our vehicle lettering, and he's like, hey, I've got a buddy, he's worked with this company for a long time, he got burnt out, he's out of work now, he needs some work, and he's a good welder, he's a good fitter, he's this, that, this thing, the other. And I'm like, no way. Absolutely, can we get him Saturday and Sunday? And he's like, I'll send you his contact. I'm like, awesome. So that is a lot less stress. I just got relieved. hopefully. I'd like to have a phone call with this guy, kind of interview him a little bit before we bring him on to one of my job sites, but that's awesome. Yes, that's awesome. Got fuel in the old Cliff. Got my sugar and high fructose sandwich and my overpriced cup of coffee. Typical American morning. Nothing to see here. But yeah, we're headed over to the bank now, put a couple checks in there, and then we're just gonna go back to the yard. There's some stuff I need to do over there. I did decide though, I was talking on the other video yesterday about possibly getting another generator because my yard generator keeps shutting off and it's a little beat up and needs replaced here soon. I think I'm just gonna go get another Harbor Freight engine drive. It makes sense to me. I mean, a 13 kW generator is $1,400 out the door at Harbor Freight, and a engine drive welder is about $2 grand. So I'm like, let's just get another engine drive welder, little engine drive, and use that as the power source. They make great power sources. They power my wire feeders just fine. And ESAB came out with those universal current or automatically adjusting wire feeders. So you can plug them into any welder, any stick welder, and they'll adjust the voltage. So you can use a true wire feeder, which is cool. And they're pretty affordable too. I think they're like under $4 grand, which is awesome. So I plan to get one of those engine drives for the welding skid. And I can build a welding skid, have a mobile power source, and still be able to weld with it. So that'll be good. So that's kind of the plan. That's not happening today by any means, but we do need to figure something out with that stupid generator soon, sometime. But yep, going to the bank, going back to the yard to get some stuff done on that temporary walkway, and that's that. We'll see. Well, I just got off the phone with the welder and Alex. So I talked to the welder and he seems like a pretty good guy. We're going to just plan on having him there both days, Saturday and Sunday. Alex is going to be there just Saturday. Alex is going to be there till, we got Alex till about 3 Saturday. And we don't have him Sunday, but we have our welder Sunday. So I'm thinking we get everything hung up and cut. At least the big stuff hung up and a majority of stuff cut. Sunday comes around, me and just the welder go out there, and then we finish everything up. We're gonna have 2 welders going at once. That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be highly productive. So I'm excited about that. But that's all taken care of now, so now I can focus on some other things I need to do today. A lot of it's just behind a computer screen and some phone calls. As you can see, it's raining out. A lot of what I need to do today is just behind a computer screen and on my phone, doing phone calls and stuff, so that's that really. Go home to the yard, finish up that stuff, and we'll figure something out. Okay guys, we are back in the command center, back from Menards and bank, and running around town for the day. I got our rope. I got the polypropylene. Mainly because it says it floats. That's kind of cool. We're only going to need about, I'd say at most 5 feet on each side. It's a 50-footer. They had a 100-footer that was, I think it was 5/8. It was pretty decent sized. I got the 1/2-inch one. This is, they only had the 5/8 one and 100-foot, and I didn't need 100-foot of it. I mean, we could always use more tagline, but I mean, I'm trying to go for something simple here. We'll have extra rope if we need it. I went with this mainly because it says it floats and it's bigger rope, so it's not going to hurt your hand. the bigger the rope is when you're lifting something, or really any handles. Like a 5-gallon bucket is a great example. When those little plastic pieces wear off and you got a 5-gallon bucket full of feed, it sucks if you don't have gloves on. You know, once again, if you got bitch hands like me. So, yeah. That's what we're going with. I also picked this up. So, there's a reason for this jump cut. Okay, I'm editing this thing right now, and it's... Some footage was lost somewhere. I don't know where it went. I went from talking about my trip to Menards to the next part of the topic, which was the life jacket that I bought for the job. For the job. So, that's what this jump is. Sorry. These are the ones that I bought for the company last year to do a job that was by the dock as well. Now these things are actually welding ready. These things are lined with an acrylic liner, and they are FR. Every piece on this thing is meant and actually OSHA certified to be FR. These comply with OSHA's fire ratings for fire resistance and NFPA for offshore dock work and stuff like that. So it's got a little pocket here that I don't think I'll ever use. It's kind of cool, whatever. These guys right here, I think 2 of them were around $280 with shipping and all that. They've got the, I forget what they are, some kind of fiber material for the straps. Nothing on this thing is plastic. So, I mean, they're pretty heavy duty. They are meant for work. These are the ones that I'm used to wearing. So, however, this is the one that I got for the fitter on this job, which is really just a laborer. They're going to be up, way up onshore, dealing with cutting, measuring, and getting us tools and everything, taking tools that we're done with up back to the trucks and laying them out on a tarp. So that's kind of the operations that this person would be wearing. Now this is not at all rated for welding, obviously. This is as not rated for welding as it gets. If you weld in one of these and a piece of slag goes right there, it will catch fire and it will continue to burn. This is not something that you should be working in really at all. However, this is the closest I can get to compliance and the time that I'm given. So something's better than nothing for the most part, right? So yeah, this is not what I wanted, but it's what I had. So we're just gonna deal with that. And like I said, I might keep this thing in Cliff just to have for when I'm quoting jobs or whatever where I need it. So it'd be nice to have just around. Now we are going to go ahead and order 2 more of the welding rated ones, but those, like I said, they take a month and a half to ship. And I've got to get a couple more hats, or hard hats too. And those took a couple months to ship as well, because they were a specialty order, and they're actual NFPA rated structural helmets. And we're trying those out. So far, we really do like those things. I figured I'd take the time and show you guys our new hard hats. These things are as real as it gets when it comes to safety and FR resistance. This hat right here, this helmet, is a Cairns 6500 series Metro style structural firefighting helmet. These things are about a little over $400 a piece, depending on where you get them from. And they're special order. That means the factory does not make these and stock them. You have to order them, they'll make them, and then they ship them to you. So expect a long wait time. I chose blue because it's more of an industrial color, and I like blue. Most of the things I buy, if I have an option in color, when it comes to PPE or tools, I'm going to choose blue. With that said, They have the Nomex liner right here, hood, and there's the inside shell. Up close look of them. We got our EGS or ES goggles on there. We got the Nomex sleeve for them as well, and they got all the cool reflectors and everything on there. This is a legit, see all those stickers in there? This, like I said, is a legit fire helmet. Yes, we are using fire helmets because screw those little dinky little hard hats. I'm trying to look for one. I don't think I have one in this trailer that we were wearing. Those things suck, okay? They were great for a while, but the earmuffs didn't click in right, and then it just defeats the whole purpose. So we're going back to earplugs because they're just easier to maintain. You just take them, you use them, and you throw them out. They're disposable. Ordering new earmuffs for those hard hats is kind of a pain in the butt. You have to special order them, and we all know what my opinion about special ordering things are. So we're just gonna go with back to earplugs. The goggles offer a really nice feature to where when we're grinding and everything, we can throw them down and the grinder. So, normal safety glasses, like these are okay. They're compliant, but you're also gonna think just because they're compliant doesn't mean that they're the best for the job and they offer the best protection. These is an older pair of those ESS goggles that we have on our helmets. These things actually seal all the way around, and actually, believe it or not, the respirators still work really good with these. These guys, the respirators push them up way too far, and they become foggy if you push them down behind them, and it's kind of a pain. So goggles are the way to go, especially for welding and grinding operations as far as those go. The other nice thing about these new helmets that we got, they pair and are actually designed to pair perfectly with the Nomex hood. Now, you guys, if you know me and you follow the channel, you've seen my videos, you know I'm a huge fan of those Nomex hoods. This is the Nomex hood I have. It's a little dirty, but there's only so much a washer can do when it comes to welding smoke and grease and dust. But once again, it's blue, because I like blue. This is the full-length shoulder one, because it deflects all the sparks and everything away from you. And once again, this is still it's got that tag on it. It's an NFPA rated item. So this is structurally certified, structural firefighting, NFPA, I think 1970 something. I believe it's 1971. Yep, 1971 requirements. So that's what this is for. And this is kind of what it looks like with your Nomex on and your hood on. It's safety at its finest, okay? Even if I'm the fitter and I'm standing under a ladder handing you tools, or handing you rods, or right beside you on a boom lift, or underneath a ladder, or overside on a scaffolding by welding operations, this is as safe as it could get. Literally, you can't top this. Probably could, but this is the best that I have right now. This is what we're using to do all of our welding, fitting stuff wise. Of course, we have welding helmets that mount onto hard hats when we have to, when they're required, but for the most part, we just I'm wearing a Nomex sleeve, and then I just pop my welding hood on right out off that. But this is the fit right here. This is what we're doing. So when we're working on the dock, this is what we're going to be looking like. Pretty badass, right? Call me a safety freak, but I care a little bit about safety. Okay, so we got this side done. We're going to determine the height and everything once I flip it back over and test lift it. I probably could have measured it out, but you know, over here McWelds, we like to fly by the seat of our pants and do extra labor for no reason. Anything to avoid math, right? So to do these holes, I'm using my Black Widow Viper step-up drill bit set. This is the size set up from those little red round ones that you usually see me have. They told me that they were selling these, and I happily bought them, of course. So these are about 200 bucks for these set of drills right here, which your machinist, you're like, oh, that's cheap. Now, if you're, you know, DIY, you're like, holy crap, I'd never spend that much on just drill bits. Well, get this, here's the kicker. These are lifetime warranty, okay? These are lifetime warranty. So, and I have warranted them. I've warranted, just like the red ones, I've warranted them too. So, yeah, worth every penny. Let's go ahead and drill these holes. Okay, I got this one set at the right height. When you pick it up, you know, it's over your feet. And it's, we can always make them shorter by tying extra knots, like I said. But I'm in the process of setting a height for this guy. So we'll do that after lunch though. There's all of our extra rope, not a whole lot. Definitely not worth throwing away, but we'll hold on to it. Who knows what I'll do with it. I have a habit of keeping even small stuff like this. I don't even know why I would need a piece of rope this small, but we're gonna throw it away, because if I don't, it'll get thrown away 5 years from now. So probably not the best way to cut rope. I know the best way to cut this kind of rope is with I could have heated up like a razor blade or something, or a knife, and went through it like a fixed blade knife. But of course, you know, I only thought of that after I did it the hard way a couple times. You know, where she goes. We're gonna tear the wood deck off of it today. I know it's pouring rain out. It's not pouring. It's just sprinkling a lot. So we'll put our duck suit on and we'll go out there and take care of it, get that thing stripped down, get the wood set away in a pile, and cut it up to burn it or whatever, and then we'll just go from there. But yeah, I mean, it's I thought it was at first like an equipment trailer, and it's kind of turned into an equipment trailer, but it used to be an office trailer frame, and the guy just put a bunch of wood on it. I'll show you when we get back to the yard. But I am not a fan of getting these camper trailers and putting wood on top. I know people do it, and they're hauling a couple 2x4s home, and a couple sandbags or molds or whatever. That's cool, whatever. They're not to be used for heavy stuff or business or anything like that. They look junky as hell. But, and this thing looks freaking hillbilly right now, dude. I mean, this truck, Clifford, looks hillbilly. That trailer looks hillbilly. I'm full-blown hillbilly right now, right? We got a loud truck that's rat-tat-tat-tat-tatting. And we got a hillbilly trailer towing behind it. And there's a redneck in this driver's seat. Come out? I don't know. We'll get her looking right, though. Clifford doesn't look that bad. Okay, we're trying to move our trucks out to another location, and everything was going okay. Till it wasn't. She's fucking done, she's stuck there. She won't get out, that's the deal. I did get the big truck motor out. That's awesome, but we're waiting on Alex to get here. I gotta get the tractor fired up and get that piece of fuck pulled out. Okay guys, it's about 19:06 now. We got the trucks moved inside, and I'd figure I'd give you an update on the trailer. As you can see, the trailer is completely stripped. That took me about, probably about 4 hours to do. I think I started around 4 o'clock, something like that. I don't know, I don't remember. But yeah. We got a little bit of prep work to do for tomorrow, like knocking those nails and stuff off, but other than that, I mean, we've got our steel coming tomorrow, so we'll be able to plate this up tomorrow. I gotta do something about these fenders here. they've seen better days. The tires aren't terrible, but they are due for new ones. Yeah, those fenders are pretty rough. I don't know if I'm just gonna cut them off completely. That might be savable. That might be savable. Maybe just cut them right there and just make a nice new edge where the tires are. I don't know. I don't know. Something will have to be done because that looks disgusting. And it's both sides. And then another thing, this needs cut off tomorrow. That whole rail right there needs a new jack. I got one of those, a nice sturdy one, but this is some of the boards and stuff. We've got a couple more scraps to pick up for tomorrow, but yeah, man, all the lights do work, which is great. That's probably the first time I've ever bought a trailer and they've worked. Apparently from tail to tongue, this thing is 30 feet. I believe it. So we'll be able to haul our 24-foot mill links with this girl, since, you know, it's probably about 3 feet right there. So she's probably a 28 footer then, 28, 27, I don't know. I'm tired. I'm not mathing right now. But that's the progress we got. Boat is all shut up. Yep. All right. Well, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up for today. I'm super tired, and I've got a pile of bookwork to do, and computer stuff, invoices to send. You know, the usual. Thanks for watching. Stay profitable.